Hola. Bienvenidos a la clase de hoy.
Hello. Welcome to today's class. I'm Valentina, your AI-generated Spanish instructor. I'm here to help you learn to speak and understand Spanish just like a native Spanish speaker. Today, we will be diving into a fundamental aspect of the Spanish language, the days of the week. Knowing the days of the week is essential for everyday conversations, planning, and scheduling. But before we get started, I have a very special offer for you. If you are sick and tired of using apps that make you sound like a gringo whenever you speak Spanish, and you want to speak and understand Spanish just like a native speaker, in the description of this video you'll find the link to get free access to learning Spanish like crazy, the original version. And you can get this app absolutely free with a trial subscription to Audible. Understanding and mastering the days of the week is fundamental for effective communication in Spanish. Just as in English, each day carries its own significance and unique energy. By delving deeper into the meanings and cultural associations behind each day, you will not only expand your language skills but also gain a deeper understanding of Spanish-speaking cultures. So, let's get started and learn how to say the days of the week in Spanish. We're gonna start with our first day, Monday. In Spanish, Monday is known as
Lunes.
It's the first day of the week, and just like in English, it sets the tone for the rest of the week. Just like in English, it is derived from the moon. The Spanish word for moon is
Luna.
In Spanish-speaking countries, Mondays are often associated with new beginnings, renewed energy, and setting goals for the week ahead. It's a day to shake off the weekend and embrace productivity. Let's practice saying it together.
Lunes.
Moving on, Tuesday is called
Martes.
Tuesday follows Monday and sets the pace for the rest of the week. The name comes from the Roman god Mars, who was associated with war and courage. Tuesday is often seen as a day to tackle challenges head-on and approach them with determination and bravery. Repeat after me.
Martes.
Next up is Wednesday, which we say as
Miércoles.
Wednesday, also known as the midpoint of the week, holds a special significance. The name comes from a Latin word which translates to day of Mercury. In Roman mythology, Mercury was the god of commerce, communication, and travel. Wednesday is often associated with progress, communication, and the exchange of ideas. Pay attention to the accent mark above the E, as it changes the pronunciation. Give it a try.
Miércoles.
Now, let's learn how to say Thursday. In Spanish, it is known as
Jueves.
Thursday holds a special place in the weekly calendar as it marks the approach of the weekend. Its name comes from a Latin word which means day of Jupiter. In Roman mythology, Jupiter was the king of the gods, associated with power, abundance, and expansion. Thursday is often seen as a day filled with potential and a sense of anticipation for the upcoming weekend. The J is pronounced like an H in English. Say it with me.
Jueves.
The much-awaited Friday. In Spanish, it's called
Viernes.
Friday holds a special place in our hearts as it marks the end of the workweek and the beginning of the weekend. The name comes from a Latin word which translates to day of Venus. In Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love, beauty, and harmony. Friday is often associated with joy, relaxation, and the opportunity to unwind and enjoy time with loved ones. Remember to pronounce the V as a soft sound. Let's say it together.
Viernes.
Moving on to the weekend, Saturday is known as
Sábado.
Saturday holds a special place in our hearts as it marks the much-anticipated weekend. The name comes from a Hebrew word which means day of rest. Saturday is often associated with relaxation, leisure, and the opportunity to enjoy quality time with family and friends. Pay attention to the accent mark above the A. Repeat after me.
Sábado.
Last, but certainly not least, we have Sunday. In Spanish, it is called
domingo.
Sunday holds a special place in our hearts as it marks the culmination of the week and a day of rest. The name comes from a Latin phrase which means Day of the Lord. Sunday is often associated with spirituality, relaxation, and the opportunity to spend time with family and engage in activities that bring joy and rejuvenation. Give it a try.
Domingo.
Before mentioning any day of the week in Spanish, we use the article
El.
This is because in Spanish, the days of the week are considered masculine nouns and require this definite article to indicate specificity. It helps identify and distinguish the day of the week as a specific entity, and follows the grammatical rules of the Spanish language, where nouns generally require an article. For example, instead of saying,
Lunes es un día ocupado.
we say,
El lunes es un día ocupado.
This helps us specify that we are referring to a particular Monday, rather than Mondays in general. It's also important to note that in Spanish, the days of the week are not capitalized unless they appear at the beginning of a sentence or in a title. Great job so far! You are making excellent progress in learning the days of the week in Spanish. Now that we've learned the days of the week in Spanish, let's practice using them in sentences. Here are a few examples. Try to follow along.
El lunes empiezo mi nuevo trabajo. El martes tendré un corte de pelo. El cumpleaños de mi amigo es el miércoles. Mañana es jueves, mi día libre. Ana me invitó a ver una película el viernes. El sábado voy a visitar a mi abuela. Manuel va a descansar el domingo.
If you can, practice these sentences aloud to reinforce your understanding, pronunciation, and fluency in Spanish. Each day of the week offers opportunities to express plans, routines, and activities. Repetition is key to mastering any language. Take some time each day to practice saying the days of the week in Spanish, and soon enough, it will become second nature to you. In conclusion, learning the days of the week in Spanish is a crucial step towards achieving fluency in the language. By familiarizing yourself with these words and practicing their pronunciation, you'll be able to navigate daily conversations and make plans with ease. Before you go, I want to remind you that I have a very special offer for you. If you are sick and tired of using apps that make you sound like a gringo whenever you speak Spanish, and you want to speak and understand Spanish just like a native Spanish speaker, in the description of this video you will find the link to get access to Learning Spanish Like Crazy, the original version. And you can get this app absolutely free with a trial subscription to Audible. So click the link in the description and get your free copy of Learning Spanish Like Crazy, the original version. And remember,
La práctica hace al maestro. Muy buena suerte. Hasta la próxima.